deteriorating, it is crystallized, and that means it is highly, highly volatile. Bomb experts right now were pouring diesel fuel on those crystals to try to neutralize them and make them safe for transportation. When that is accomplished, those crystals and all the other explosives that were found here will be packed up into the bomb squad unit and transported to another location to be safely detonated. When the owners of the self-serve mini storage checked inside a locker that hadn't been paid for 2.5 months, they saw something that had them running to call police. They had found 6 trunks, foot lockers. 4 of them were filled with high explosives.
We have just completed the dismantling of the foot lockers, and what we found was grade A explosives. Those are type of explosives that are used in mining operations, but a great deal. Out of the 6 containers or 6 foot lockers, we found three of the foot lockers that had the grade A explosives, in addition to an entire trunk of blasting caps.
Not wanting to cause any undue alarm, Bedford police waited until classes at the school next door to the storage facility let out for the day. They then evacuated a daycare center across the street, along with an auto repair shop, an oil change shop, and a gas station. Police also closed down the off-ramp from 271 southbound onto Broadway and Forbes. And along with those 3 boxes of high explosives and the box of blasting caps, police also found many automatic, fully automatic, and semi-automatic weapons. They were discovered, all these things, by the owners when they went in to check the locker. The locker had been rented since 1980 continuously, and somehow payments were not made. Right now you can see behind me the bomb unit is apparently making a successful removal of the items. You can see the bomb squad's unit there. Bedford police were working along with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. The boxes of explosives and blasting caps are right now being removed. They're coming down Broadway Avenue, and authorities say what they will do is take them immediately to a distant location where it is safe to detonate them and then set them off. As for the ownership that we were just speaking about, the locker was rented in a woman's name for the last 16 years. She has not been found. She did not make a payment on July 1st. The owners went in, found the materials. Police since then found out that the name being used was a fictitious name. So the materials have been removed, and we expect, Tim and Robin, that they'll open up Broadway Avenue and Forbes very shortly.
You know, Dick, I grew up in that area. I've been by there thousands of times, with an elementary school on one side, a daycare center across the street, a gas station right next door. It's really frightening to think of what might have happened.
Tim, some communities are trying to resist these mini storage locations being built close to schools and other facilities like that. And so right now, the mayor of Macedonia was over here. He says he has more reason than ever before to try to keep one of these facilities out of his city, one that was planned for about 500 feet from a school.
All right, Dick Ross on the scene in Bedford. Thanks.
All right,
and our team coverage continues as we go out to Oakwood Village Community Senior Center, and that's where some of the evacuated children are right now, and that's where Fox 8 News reporter Stephanie Schaefer is as well. Stephanie, what do you have for us?
Well, Wilma, right now parents are coming to the Oakwood Village Community Senior Center, and that's where the children are staying now. That we're at that daycare center that Tim was talking about, that's located directly across the street from where the explosives were found. Now today, just about an hour and a half ago, the children were about 75 children were taken by shuttle buses and by vans here to the senior center, where they would have a safe place to stay. The parents were notified by phone that the children would be here for them to pick up, and they were shocked and alarmed when they found out.
I started crying. I just got in the car and came over here real quick. My sister's boyfriend's on his way too, because he was like, "What? A bomb?" So they was trying to figure out what happened, I guess.
These 2 people are really important to me, and I'd hate them lost them. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Now, they evacuated that child time daycare center. They also evacuated the BP. They evacuated the garage that was located across the street, and they evacuated also a lube shop. Now, the school did not have to be evacuated because they waited until school was let out at 3:30 to do anything. So there were lots of tense moments here today.
I would imagine. Bottom line is no one was hurt.
No one was hurt. Everyone is safe and sound.
Yes.
Lots of very, very scared parents, though.
And understandably.
Absolutely.
All right, Stephanie, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, now recapping tonight's top story. A cache of weapons and explosives were found today at a self-service mini storage in Bedford. Police have evacuated the area, including a daycare center. They're still looking for the person who rented the storage unit. His or her name has yet to be released. A doctor who's been working at an abortion clinic without a license is in more trouble with the law tonight. Nabil Ghali has been charged with 4 counts of sexual penetration and 2 counts of improperly touching someone. Fox 8 News has just obtained a copy of the search warrant police used to raid his medical practice. It describes outdated, unsanitary equipment used during medical procedures. The police say their phones have been ringing off the hook after Fox 8 News aired the story of Dr. Ghali's arrest. More than a dozen women have told police that he also victimized them.
The man who beat a custodian and robbed a school earlier this week is tonight behind bars. 19-year-old David Harrington has confessed to beating the custodian and stealing from the St. Angela Marisi school. But that's not all. Harrington also told police that he ransacked 2 other churches. The suspect claimed that he was looking for petty cash to try to support his drug habit.
We want the church to be a place where people can come and get help. And we do that consistently, and we built a church here that's open, that the community can feel as though they can be welcome. But at the same time, we certainly don't like the idea of people breaking in and stealing property and destroying things that are precious to us.
The Messiah Lutheran Church and Fairview Community Baptist were vandalized and robbed over the past 2 weeks. The suspect, David Harrington, is charged right now with aggravated robbery. More charges are expected, however, after the grand jury meets next week. A Cleveland elementary school was evacuated today because of a strong odor which may have resulted from a gas leak. The evacuation was at the Union Elementary School at Union and Broadway. Fire investigators don't know for sure where the odor came from, but the EPA and East Ohio gas crews were sent to the scene, and it's believed that the source may have been a natural gas leak. Now, most of the 400 students at Union Elementary went back to class, but some parents took their children home.
And if the students who released pepper spray at the Lorraine Middle School yesterday are caught, they will be expelled. That was the word from school authorities today as students returned to class. The school was closed yesterday, and more than 100 kids and 4 teachers were treated at area hospitals. Parents gave the school a passing grade for the way it handled the situation, but at least one of them thought the large number of students at the merged school made it easier for the culprits.
Too many children. There's over 1,000 children here at this school. Okay, there's 3 floors, but there's over 1,000 children here in this school, and I feel that it's just understaffed, and I feel that there should be another school open, another middle school open to take care of what needs to be taken care of.
I think the school system did a terrific job. My daughter came home telling me what they did, and she said, Mom, they got the sick children out, they got them in the buses, in the ambulances, and they took them away from here. And she said, but at least we know they're in the hospital.
Now, police are continuing the investigation. A Barberton family touched by tragedy only 2 weeks ago has fallen on hard times again. The house belonging to Wendy Lauder caught fire because of a short in a fish tank heater. You'll remember on August the 26th, Wendy lost her husband Mark after he accidentally detonated an old Army artillery shell in their basement. Wendy and her 3 children were able to escape unharmed. Burned in the fire was the money from a fund set up after Mark's death.
Negotiations are going on right down to the wire in an attempt to avert a strike by the Cleveland teachers. Fox 8 News reporter Belinda Prince joins us live now from Independence, where those talks are going on, and she says there has been a change in the lineup of the negotiators, Belinda, huh?
Yeah, Wilma, it's been a busy day. Negotiators are hammering away at the issues which still divide them. Chief among those, health care and wages. No surprises there, but it's nice to hear both sides still saying they're cautiously optimistic. And for the first time, there was a fresh face at the bargaining table today, someone from City Hall. Cleveland City Personnel Director Joseph Nolan joined the talks. He says he represents both Superintendent Richard Boyd and his boss, Mayor White. He's respected on both sides. And as a former teacher and administrator at Tri-C, Nolan brings personal experience in education to the table. Now, teachers are still adamant they will not accept any pay cuts as long as there is no movement from the administration on that point. Union leaders say their members are willing to strike. But both sides are willing to also talk through the weekend, and no one seems in the mood for another temporary contract extension.
And I think most of our people out in the buildings feel it was very, very disruptive last time. You know, possibly justified, but they don't want to go through that again. I don't think the parents want to go through that again, and my best guess is even the administration does not want to go through that again.
Well, naturally, I think there's much more room for compromise on CTU's side than on ours, but the party's going to work diligently throughout the evening and into the wee hours of the morning to try to reach a settlement, and we're here prepared to reach a fair settlement for employees, for the district, and most of all for the students.
At the moment, the teachers union is waiting for the response from the administration side to its latest package offer. It's been like that, a lot of give and take, back and forth in the negotiations today. And again, we're waiting to see what's going to happen next, although unofficially we've been told not to expect a tentative settlement tonight. Of course, anything can change, and both sides say they are committed to really working to try to settle this.
And as we've been saying since 5 o'clock, the mood seems to be at least more appropriate at this point. It's not argumentative.
Right. They are really getting down to the nitty-gritty and working at it.
All right. Thanks, Belinda. Now, the Cleveland school system is Ohio's largest. About 5,000 teachers are involved in the contract negotiation. The school system has about 74,000 students in 116 buildings. The school system is $152 million in debt and is asking for concessions from the teachers in order to avoid a financial crisis.
Now, if teachers and administrators don't reach agreement on a new contract, here's what parents need to know. On Monday, school will be closed for all students. On Tuesday, classes will resume for 11th and 12th graders at their assigned schools. Be sure to watch Fox 8 News at 10 tonight for the latest on the negotiations, and of course, we will keep you updated throughout the weekend as well. And tune in first thing Monday morning to your official school closing information station. Fox 8 will bring you continuous updates from 5:30 to 9 a.m.
The fond farewell plan for Cleveland Stadium is running into choppy seas tonight.
Workers started dismantling the stadium for auction before a contract was signed. Fox 8 News reporter Lou Maglio says there are charges that a key player in the auction is getting a payoff.
The stadium's so long, it should be the time to evoke warm, fuzzy memories, not this.
That is tainted, it's unethical, it's not truthful, and it's not honest.
She and others in council were not pleased yesterday when they learned stadium dismantlers were not getting paid prevailing wages. And not only hadn't they seen a contract, no contract was signed. The man who's at the center of this storm says everything he has done is on the up and up. Dwayne Saul says he didn't know about the prevailing wage rule, and he was given the go-ahead after submitting a proposal.
This event is scheduled. I have to do this work, sign contract or not at this point, or we won't get it done.
Now shift focus to the Save Our Browns campaign. Saul's worked on it for months, pro bono, free. Did he get the right to make some cash off the auction as a thank you from the mayor's office?
And what you call this is kickback. Not kickback, but what you call it payoff. You're a good friend of mine, you helped me with this whole Browns thing, so I'm going to give you a piece of the pie.
She doesn't particularly mind a you scratch my back, I'll do yours routine, but says it should have been done above the table. Saul's claims it's a non-issue anyway.
This is not a payback for other deeds done.
No, and it was never, I don't know how anybody could put the two together, frankly. It's not true.
Dismantling work was halted today so Sauls could negotiate with unions. Now, to some, this might be poetic justice, the grand old lady on the lake refusing to go down without a fight. Lou Maglio, Fox 8 is news in Cleveland.
Now, Saul says claims that he'll make $1 million off the auction are ridiculous. $20,000 is much more likely. The actual auction takes place September the 24th in the Dog Pound.
And there is still much more ahead on Fox 8 News at 6. It's Friday the 13th. Better be careful out there. We take a look at how Clevelanders are holding up on this superstitious day.
Silence is golden, but that's not the reason these kids kept their mouths shut all day.
But first of all, it was a crime that shocked our city, and 6 years later, a killer is still on the loose.
Although the thermometer is still climbing and the humidity keeps getting stickier, there's still nothing hotter this summer than the deals during Jeep Summer Days, now held over. where you can lease Jeep Grand Cherokee for $0 down and $350 a month. Or lease Cherokee Sport for $0 down and $294 a month, including no charge air. And get deals that are truly steamy on the all-new Jeep Wrangler. But you'd better hurry in, because deals this incredibly hot are bound to cool down fast.
See your Superstar Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
We're making a big deal out of Friday the 13th at Kronheim's. A lucky 13 hours full of big deals on the largest furniture and bedding selection around, with fast, free delivery. Yet you pay nothing for 13 months. Nothing down, nothing in interest, nothing at all until October 1997. But you must act fast to get these major savings with nothing to pay for 13 months. Only Kronheim's has your lucky 13 big deal. 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday.
Fox 8 is news. Become a member of the Fox 8 News team. If you see news happening, call the Fox 8 News 24-hour hotline at 1-888-8-IS-NEWS.
Hi, we hear you're kicking off the Walt Disney World 25th anniversary. Well, I'm ready to party. I got my Mickey ears, my Goofy shorts, and my Donald shirt.
Do you have one of these?
Hey, where'd you get that?
The magic of the Walt Disney World 25th anniversary celebration begins at McDonald's, where you can sign up to be a part of it all and get one of 4 25th anniversary glasses, just 99 cents each when you buy any large sandwich like the new Arch Deluxe.
You are looking at one happy little man.
Ah, here's a clever summer cool down. Plymouth's Clearance Chillers, where the 96s make way for new 97s. Now get great clearance prices on Plymouth Voyager, starting at only $17,195. Or cool off with $0 down and no monthly payments for 90 days on every Plymouth Voyager. You can even splash in up to $1,300 in option package values. Chill out with Clearance Chillers, another clever idea from Plymouth. Don't miss clearance savings at the minivan store, your local Plymouth dealer.
For 6 years, a killer has walked the streets of Shaker Heights a free man. His murder of 16-year-old Lisa Pruitt unsolved and unaccounted for. Fox 8 News reporter Lori Taylor says the man who prosecuted the case has no doubts the right man was brought to justice, but that doesn't make the residents feel any more comfortable.
The death of Lisa Pruitt opened the door to what was perhaps the most sensational murder trial in the city of Cleveland since the prosecution of Dr. Sam Shepard. Pruitt, a beautiful 16-year-old girl from a wealthy Shaker Heights family, was stabbed to death more than 20 times under the cloak of darkness. It was here at the corner of Lee and South Woodland where Lisa Pruitt was surprised by her killer. She tried to fight back, but was no match for the rage behind the attack. Investigators would eventually point the finger of blame at a 21-year-old Shaker Heights man named Kevin Young. The son of a prominent Cleveland attorney, Young's life was put under a microscope for a jury to examine. They would find him not guilty.
There's no question in my mind that we tried the right person.
It was Assistant County Prosecutor Carmen Marino who presented the facts of the case to the jury. He says to date no new information has come forward to indicate anyone other than Kevin Young was the person responsible for the murder of Lisa Pruitt.
My opinion of the case and the facts hasn't changed at all.
That a killer goes free, whoever he might be, unnerves many who call the city of Shaker Heights home.
Still really a very touchy thing. It's fresh in our minds.
It can happen to anybody at any time. Of course, everybody's vulnerable.
It does make me feel vulnerable. Sure it does.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
Marino insists the case is still open, but says after 6 years with no new evidence, it's doubtful there will ever be a conviction. Lori Taylor, Fox 8 News in Shaker Heights.
Lisa Pruitt's parents left the state without ever commenting on their daughter's death. Young attempted suicide shortly after the trial was over and continues to live in the area.
Word from the Indiana governor's office is state troopers won't be sent to Gary after all. That city is under a state of emergency after 2 days of drive-by shootings and gang fighting at a public housing development. The mayor says the resulting curfew and increased police patrols will continue until he is sure that order is restored. He'd even hinted the National Guard could be called in if the situation worsened. Gary is reported to be quiet tonight. It was a group of 16 men, according to witnesses. They stumbled out of a bar, made lewd remarks and lewd gestures to women. When a man confronted them, they beat him up. What is more shocking about this story is the group of men were police officers. The incident happened last month in Indianapolis, and yesterday the police chief resigned and the 16 officers were reassigned to desk jobs. The community is outraged because the chief of police did not suspend any of the officers and no charges have been filed.
Questions are being raised about a number of deaths that involve Dr. Jack Kevorkian. A Michigan coroner says at least 3 of the people Kevorkian helped commit suicide show no signs of the illness that they claim to have had. Kevorkian's attorneys say the coroner is not a reliable authority because he's opposed to Kevorkian's assisted suicide efforts.
Tourists are now being ordered to leave hotel rooms as Hurricane Fausto lashes the tip of the Baja California Peninsula. The storm is about 60 miles west of the popular resort of Cabo San Lucas. It's packing winds of up to 100 miles an hour and heavy rains. The storm expected to swing northeastward across the peninsula and the Gulf of California by tomorrow.
Hurricane Hortense is starting to wind down, it seems, as it heads north in the Atlantic. The storm's sustained winds are at 110 miles per hour, down from last night's 140 miles per hour. 2 direct hits on Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic left 16 people dead, demolished homes and crops there earlier this week. Now, Hortense is about 460 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. It is moving north now toward New England.
The countdown is underway for the space shuttle Atlantis, and that is good news for Shannon Lucid. The American astronaut has been on board the Russian space station Mir for nearly 6 months now, the longest time any American has spent in space. A number of shuttle delays has prolonged Lucid's stay in space. Atlantis is scheduled to blast off on Monday, picked up Lucid Wednesday, and returned to Earth on the 26th. At 188 days in space, Lucid not only will hold the American record of space endurance, but the world's record for women as well. Speaking of endurance, Dick has kind of an endurance record of his own.
Yes, he does. Congratulations.
31
years here
today.
and 35 in the market.
I really did not.
Did it go quickly?
I'm not sure that's right.
Were you having fun?
Oh, I've always have fun, except when lake effect.
We're going to talk more about it a little bit later.
Let's in detail.
Oh, yeah. A lot more later.
Okay, but now, as always on Friday, we're going to go to the county kennel at the rear of the APL on Willie Avenue, and here in cage 66, a Huggy Bear, Chow Mix, wishes to wiggle her way into your heart, an adorable female only about 10 months old. Oh, what a cutie pie that one is, as is in cage 69, year-and-a-half bouncy cocky retriever mix. A male, loves to play, not cocky at all, but loves to snuggle too. Cage 70, feeling sad? This is the dog for you, and always happy 1-year-old collie mix male will keep your days abounding with sunshine. I believe that. And now cage 76. This is a shy, quiet female in need of a loving adult home. About 2.5 years old, the terrier mix wishes to feel secure. And now cage 87, extra time on your hands. How about a 3-month-old shepherd boxer pup guaranteed to fill the void? Oh boy, void. Playful, this may be my last day on the job. Playful and active. Now, cage 92, our last one, is a lovable, strapping young man searching for home with hugs. Squeezably soft, 1.5-year-old Chow Ridgeback. Now, Ridgeback is the lion dog of Africa. Will nuzzle his way into your heart. You should go down there, folks. There's the number to call. But this, again, is the Cuyahoga County Kennel right at the rear of the APL on Willie Avenue, and the adoption fee is $30, and you'll get everything you would need, and including the spaying and neutering, which is really important. We had more than 24 calls on Ralphie the Siamese cat last night, and we got another dozen today. But thanks a lot, and I'll be back. We'll talk about the weekend weather in 2 minutes.
This newscast is simulcast on WELW Radio, AM 1330. Fox 8 is news. When you see news happening, call the 24-hour Channel 8 hotline by dialing star WJW on your Cellular One auto accent cellular phone.
Save hundreds on payments, save hundreds on price during the big September sell-off at Mullinax Ford. Now get a real 7.9 finance rate, which saves you hundreds on payments. You'll also save hundreds because our lowest prices of 96 are on the windows of the largest Ford inventory in the USA. Plus, you get the rebates. Buying at Mullinax is fast and easy. Get the best selection, save hundreds on payments with 7.9 financing, and save hundreds with the lowest prices of 96. Shop us first, then compare. You'll save more during this September sell-off at all Mullinax Ford superstores.
For reliable service and installation, call Adams Air Conditioning and Heating at 449-2200. Customer satisfaction is our top priority.
What'll you do with the money you save at Speedy?
I save so much on my brakes, I'll never have to stand here watering these flowers again.
At Speedy, you never pay more than the estimate. Plus, now save 20% on all brake parts. Speedy for brakes, speedy for savings. Guaranteed.
You're watching Fox 8. Dick Goddard is up next with the Cleveland area's most accurate forecast. Fox 8 is news.
You always get the best of everything at Finest, and that includes the Finest Power Card Plus, the best card in town. Use your card to earn free Thanksgiving turkey certificates by making 8 individual weekly purchases of $35 or more through November 19th. Collect 8 certificates, get a frozen honeysuckle turkey free. Finest. We're the people who save you money every day.
Save you money every day.
On the best of everything, Finest.
There's a time and a place for everything. And now's the best time to get a Chevy Cavalier. Right now you can drive one for just $11,210. It's closeout time at your local Chevrolet dealer. Chevy Cavalier, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, is now just $11,210. Get anti-lock brakes, a theft deterrent system, dual airbags, and more. There's a time and a place for everything. And it's now. Don't miss closeout time at your Chevy Network dealer.
My goodness, we certainly had an onslaught of rain this morning. Lots of traffic jams, Tim.
That's all September's been about. It was a perfect summer. And my question for Dick is it just going to rain now until it snows?
kind of like spring was that went on forever.
It goes on and on, yeah. I think we've had enough now. What do you think?
Well, you wish for rain.
Well, we got it.
We wished for rain. Oh, we did. We needed it.
We needed rain, yeah.
1 to 3 inches from Vermilion through Cleveland this morning. Julianne in Westlake said a little over an inch in that rain gauge. At Hopkins Airport, about half an inch. Akron, Canton, much less. We'll check, first of all, the stats, see where we are now and where we're headed. 60 has actually been the high today at Hopkins. That's what we're doing in the city, and we've gone to dry, at least at this point. I think the Indians will get the ball game in tonight. Maybe 31 years is long enough. 55 the dew point, the humidity 80. I'll try and do better. 84% humidity. Wind westerly at 18. So we're in for a brisk wind, not only tonight, tomorrow, but into Sunday. 2971 barometer, about half an inch at Hopkins. There's the total for September as we're closing in on the all-time record 9-inch rainfall set back in 1926 for the month of September. 2,900-foot ceiling, visibility 3 miles, and it was raining at Hopkins. Okay, we'll check radar currently once more. The amber and red will tell you it's the heavier rainfall. Here's the Jacobs Field right there. You can see the stadium filling up even as we speak. But we've got others out here, other showers. 10 weeks from now, this will not be rain. So keep that in mind. Don't complain. Oh, well, stopped it too soon. But here we see what happened earlier. And here is the good news on Hurricane Hortense. Again, 140-mile-an-hour wind last night, and now down to 105, really accelerating to the north-northeast at about 23 miles an hour. It looks like this storm could touch northern parts of Maine or New Scotland, Nova Scotia, and this is Newfoundland up there, as it takes that kind of an arc and sparing the East Coast, thank goodness. 60-54 today, the normal 75-55, the records 96 and 38. Pollen up to 23, still not bad, says Dr. Garber. There's sunrise sunset on this day back in 1922. Warmest temperature ever recorded on Earth. Always shade temperatures at El Azazia in North Africa. It had 136 degrees. At Greenland Ranch in Death Valley, our highest is 134 point something, so we were close to that. Showery tonight at Jacobs Field. Breezy. Hairball. We've got 11 cats now, folks. 55 at first pitch. And here we see 56 Youngstown, 57 Akron, Canton, 64 in Chicago. Showery tonight. It is breezy. We could well see more showers begin to develop. Lightning would be no surprise. Out on Lake Erie, may see a waterspout tomorrow and through the day. 53 the overnight low, not far from where we are now, actually. High tomorrow, close to 60 again. The way it appears, lots of clouds, breezy at any time. A shower could go by, especially near the lake. Thunder would be possible. In the lake, on Lake Michigan and Lake Huron, they had 24 waterspouts yesterday. To show you how cold the air is aloft, it's cool, refreshingly cool at the surface, very cold aloft. 64 Sunday, about a 66 Monday. I think Sunday the showers will begin to thin out. And you know, the map I just saw come in for Tuesday could nix any shower mentioned with a high at 63 and dry Tuesday and a high moving into the mid, if not upper 60s. A flood watch in effect.
Oh,
there he is.
Look at that cute guy.
You know, Dick, you have not aged. The man hasn't aged. You're like Dick Clark.
Do you have a portrait in the attic? I don't know.
There's Marty and Murray.
Marty Ross and Murray Stewart.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was back in the early, the mid 70s. And
did you have
you know, I don't remember this day at all. I used chalk. I used chalk at Channel 3 when I started. May 1st, 1961 is the only date I really remember, because that's when I started thinking I'll be.
There's Marty and Murray again.
Yes.
Yeah, if I could get through a year.
That was longer than that ago, because I've been with you since
Bowling for Dollars.
75.
Tim and I were figuring out, the three of us, how long we've been in this market. 76 years between the three of us, but you're the high roller here with 31 at Channel 35 in the market. Is it 35 in the market?
Yeah,
31 here at Channel 8?
Yeah.
So it's even more than 76. We're into the 80s, Tim.
We're into the 80s, yeah.
Aren't we something? Aren't we?
That's right, Wilma. You sure are.
Oh my goodness.
How old are you now?
I don't know anymore. I like to forget. Looking for a house for next to nothing, are you?
Well, believe it or not, this beauty can be yours for $100, but there is a catch.
Hi, I'm Tribe pitcher Brian Anderson, and Casey Coleman with Fox 8 Sports is next.
There you go.
Fox 8 Sports is brought to you in part by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. We're winning Ohio over.
You wanted it bigger. We made it bigger. You wanted it better. We made it better. You wanted it back. It's back. It's Ford's factory authorized clearance. Now's the time to choose from a huge selection and get big savings on everything in stock, including 7 of the 10 best sellers in Northeast Ohio. Like 1,000 cash back on Ford Taurus. That's 1,000 cash back on one of Northeast Ohio's best sellers. The wait is over. Factory authorized clearance now at your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
Remember the Wonder?
Remember? I remember Wonder Bread like my first bike ride, squeezing the bread bag with the red, yellow, and blue balloon. My superhero lunchbox! Oh, my first pop fly! Yeah, I got it!
Wonder may be made of memories, but it's also made with vitamins, calcium, and iron, with no saturated fat, and it's cholesterol-free.
I remember hips build strong bodies!
Excuse me. We also need some peanut butter? Yeah.
Remember the Wonder.
Up next, Cleveland's best sportscast with Casey, John, Danny, and Mark. Your #1 team for sports. Fox 8 is news.
The Fox 8 Game Card Grand Prize has been drawn. Congratulations, Joe Plasick of Cleveland. Joe won a brand new Nissan Quest minivan, courtesy of Ganley Nissan on Chagrin Boulevard in Shaker Heights.
Mr. Plasick, on behalf of Ganley Nissan, here's the keys to your new Nissan Quest. Congratulations.
I thank you. I wanted to thank Ganley Nissan and Fox 8 for this wonderful gift.
Hey, way to go, Joe, from your friends at Fox 8.
It's been 25 years since I gave you that first diamond. Funny how the heart works. How it remembers all the laughter and filters out the tears. That day I said I'd love you forever, and every day since, I have. The 25th anniversary diamond. Show her the honeymoon never ended.
Hold it. This isn't you, it's an older guy. Oh, that was before I got rid of my gray hair with Just for Men hair color.
Come on, that's too natural to be hair coloring.
Just for Men. Apply and in 5 minutes rinse. Gray is blended away for a totally natural look.
Think it'll work for me? In 5 minutes.
Just for Men looks too natural to be hair coloring. And now try Just for Men Color Gel for the hard-to-color hair of mustaches and beards. Brush in, rinse out. Just 5 minutes.
Boy, the Indians' newest member must think it does nothing but rain in our town, huh?
Casey's live down at the Jake for us. What does he think, Case?
Well, Kevin Seitzer thinks it rains here all the time. Brian Anderson, who we're going to talk to in just a moment, he knows all about Cleveland weather. He's from Geneva. But first, we must tell you that just about 10-15 minutes ago, Dennis Martinez announced to the media that yesterday, after pitching for 6 minutes and experiencing pain and having to shut it down, Dennis is through for the season. And right now, Dennis is in meeting with Tribe manager Mike Hargrove. Jacobs Field is now home to the best team in Major League Baseball. With the Tribes' win last night and the Braves' loss to Colorado, the Indians own the best record in baseball. Here are the numbers. The magic number is 8. The lead over the White Sox at 9. And after 3 with the A's here this weekend, the Indians head to Chicago, and Fox 8 sports reporter John Telich will be there. Chicago, by the way, begins the series tonight at Fenway Park. And joining us now is last night's winning pitcher, Brian Anderson. Brian, congratulations. You went on 3 days rest.
Yeah, that was a little different circumstances for me. I don't know if I've been on 3 days rest, maybe in college, but never 2 games in a row. So I tried to go out last night and give the team, as many innings as I could, go, as hard as I can for as long as I can, and put our team in a position to win and try to save the bullpen and do the job.
You showed quite a bit of emotion last night after you gave up those 2 runs. That was kind of interesting to see from a pitcher.
Yeah, no, I was pretty mad at myself because the ball I threw in the dirt to Sandy. I cut a slider off, threw it straight into the ground, and allowed the runners to move up, where the next guy hit what would have been a routine double play ball to get out of the inning, and they ended up getting another run with it, so I wasn't real happy with myself.
But you had a bird's eye view for the back-to-back-to-back an inning later.
Yeah, that was outstanding. I mean, anytime, this lineup, you can't make too many mistakes because they're going to make you pay, and last night shows you what they're capable of doing.
Hey, Brian, Geneva, you know where they're playing tonight? I know they're going to be wet.
Yeah, they're going to be wet, but I think Geneva's at home against Ashtabula St. John, and hopefully they can pull one out.
Okay, and Brian's going to stick around for the plays of the week. I got a pen to flip and everything, so wait right there, partner. We're going to now go to our Friday night grandstand preview. Let's go to Cuyahoga Falls and Fox 8 sports reporter John Telich, where tonight Walsh Warriors play host to the Akron Bucktel Griffiths. John?
Thanks very much, Casey. The situation here at Walsh Jesuit High School, not what both teams would want. A little bit rain falling and the field already quite on the soggy side. So it should be interesting as 2-0 Bucktel takes on Walsh. These two teams had a very interesting situation 1 year ago. It was Walsh and Bucktel in the playoffs, and Bucktel did take care of Walsh. Bucktel, by the way, coached Tim Flossie and company, going all the way to the state championship game right here. Of course, that took place at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in Massillon, and they were involved in a thriller in the state finals last year in their division, losing in overtime to Dublin Scioto. A lot of those kids from the Bucktel team are no longer here. There still is a good core, an outstanding club, and Tim Flossie and company are 2-0 to take on the Walsh Jesuit football team at 1-1. Should be interesting, and of course, as the raindrops fall, that means a lot of that snazzy stuff offensively is going to get thrown right out of the playbook. We'll have all the highlights for you tonight at 10 o'clock on Friday Night Grandstand. Back to you, Case.
All right, thank you very much, John. Here are the numbers to call tonight to be sure that your school is part of the best high school coverage in Cleveland. 432-4247, 4248, and 4256. 12 teams being covered tonight, including a pair in Akron, so join us for the grandstand at 10:45. Another high school mention, if you don't currently have a ticket for tomorrow night's game at Minter Stadium between Lake Catholic and St. Ignatius, that game is totally sold out, no more tickets available. Nevada boxing officials have cleared Evander Holyfield for his title bout with Mike Tyson. You may recall Holyfield retired after doctors found a hole in his heart. So let's bring Brian Anderson back in here for the pen flip, the plays of the week, all right?
All right.
Okay,
Sounds
right
good.
now it's Friday night, time to kick off the weekend. So that means we go to the videotape. Let it go, Brian. Not bad. Must be an athlete.
Hello, everybody. Hi, all tonight. This is Alan Freed, the old king of the Moondoggers, and it's time again for another of your favorite rock and roll sessions as you enjoy the Moondog Show.
And we're going to start with a quiz, ladies and gentlemen. How many Michigan State players does it take to tackle a Nebraska punt returner?
Oh, Nebraska.
And the answer, more than 11.
More than 11 is right.
Bye-bye. Check out this kid. This is Alabama quarterback Freddie Kitchens with a shrug, a slip, and a fling for 6. Fresno State against Auburn. Throw into the corner and a cheerleader's moment of glory. Former Buckeye Joey Galloway giving him plenty to cheer about in Seattle. A little bait, a little shake, and bye-bye. Now, this must have had Paul Brown spinning in his grave. Keyshawn Johnson scored his first NFL touchdown. You'd have thought the Jets had won the Super Bowl instead of losing the football game and starting off 0-2. But Jim Brown would be proud of Jamal Anderson, not one but 2 stiff arms. And hey, don't bite the hand that feeds you, or the mouth for that matter. And you got to like this guy's chances of coming up with the souvenir, Brian. Used to be like that at the stadium, remember? You had a section to yourself. So did this guy in the Metrodome, and he made tonight's snap. Now, some other nice grabs. Got service of the Cubs over the rail for one. How about the Angels' Rex Hudler? Now we have our mandatory every week, Ray Ordonez play. And now for the not so good, check out the Rangers' Dean Palmer, who threw it away so that he could pick it up and then throw it away a second time. And it used to be that Ruben Sierra was a bad right fielder. Now he's a bad left fielder. Those are the hits of the week, ladies and gentlemen, courtesy Ernie Young and Joe Damon of the Stros. There you have the good, you have the bad, her own version, and the ugly. And those are the plays of the week. You do the Macarena at all, Brian?
I can't do it at all.
That's
Not
okay.
at all.
So me and you are the only two in the United States. Let's send it back to Wilman Tim.
I'm glad to hear that he
So
can't
am
do
I.
it. I'm getting a little tired of it.
Just have to pretend, actually.
Yeah, well, it was
you
minutes
know.
since we'd seen
Improvise.
it. So.
Yeah, hey, Case, what's the turnout like so far?
There are not too many people here, but they got the tarp off, they've got the drying agent down, so they're going to try to get it in, but it's still raining a bit.
All right.
All right, thanks, Case.
Sure.
Well, silence was the rule today for a high school in Akron. Coming up, we're going to tell you why teachers as well as students did not utter a word to each other.
And would you pay money to use a bike trail in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park? That story coming up when Wilma and I return.
Why should you watch the Dating Newlywed Hour?
I want to see something with a little bit of romance, a little bit of excitement, some fun, and you know what? Some good-looking guys.
The Dating Newlywed Hour. See how the other half loves.
Weekday mornings at 10.
What'll you do with the money you save at Speedy?
Saved $38 on my break and took the boys to the zoo.
Come to Speedy right now and you'll save 20% on all of Speedy's top quality brake parts.
Race jockey.
Speedy for brakes, Speedy for savings. Guaranteed.
It's the final days of Levin Furniture's greatest Labor Day sale ever. The final days of the greatest finance offer we've ever made. No payments of any kind until 1998. But hurry, this sale must end Saturday at 9 at Levin Furniture.
On the next Real Stories, officers knock in the doors of a known crack house.
Stay police, Stay police,
Clear in there. On the next Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cleveland's own Fox 8.
Every day, George goes to work. He earns a swell 5% APY in a Passbook Plus account from Dollar Bank. Perhaps your savings could use a lift.
Tally-ho!
Kaufman's one-day sale is Saturday only. All stores open 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Plus, don't miss the opening specials Saturday at Kaufman's.
This story just in. Sensing something amazing was in the air, young Zach felt mysteriously drawn to Pizza Hut, where he got more than his favorite Pizza Hut pizza. He won a trip on the Goodyear Blimp. Whee! His lifelong fantasy come true. And yes, kids, with over 100 trips for two to be awarded, it can happen to you. Yahoo! Register to win at Pizza Hut by October 13th. While you're there, check out the Blimp Force Kids Club.
Yeah!
What's it like to feel the power, face the pain, and survive the program?
What's your assignment? Kill everybody.
James Caan.
We're gonna ring that championship bell!
The program, Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
Tonight at 8 on Fox Prime Time, the gang thinks they've made it home on Sliders. Then at 9, a guardian angel helps Skinner on the X-Files.
Hi, this sounds interesting. Are you in the market for an 1850s farmhouse with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and an acre of land? What if I told you it could be yours for $100 and some carefully crafted words? You see, the owners of this beautiful house in a suburb of Chicago will give their home away to the person who pens the best essay describing why they want the house. Now, you will have to pitch in $100 for the entrance fee here. The essays will be judged on creativity, on relevance, and of course on sincerity.
People who use it are now going to be asked to help pay for it. As Fox 8 Akron Canton Bureau Chief Don Olson tells us, those who use the beautiful bike trail in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park are now being asked to dig into their pockets to help keep it beautiful.
In the 3 years that the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail has been in existence, it has grown into a regional treasure. It has also always been free. But with belt tightening in Washington, it soon won't be as free as it used to be.
We want to keep it in a real good condition.
Park spokesperson Diane Chalfant says people who use the trail will soon be asked to make a $5 a year donation to help with the $300,000 a year it takes to maintain the trail.
The cost of doing business, the inflation, is really putting us a little bit behind, and so we really need to do something to offset the cost, particularly of this trail.
Those who donate will be given a towpath tag that the park hopes people will wear as a show of support. The donation program was seen as a more palatable way to raise money than mandatory user fees that were also discussed. People tell us that when you take into account the fresh air and all the beautiful surroundings that the bike trail has to offer, a $5 voluntary donation every year is very little to ask.
People who use it ought to be willing to support it. You know, it's beautiful down here, and it's free. I mean, $5 isn't a lot to ask for maintenance and care of the area.
I'd rather spend $5 on this than some of the things the federal government does to waste our money. If they can preserve all of this for us and for our future generations, it's well worth it.
The park is hoping that 10% of the trail's 200,000 visitors will donate, raising $100,000 the first year. Don Olson, Fox 8 is News in Akron.
The Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail stretches almost 20 miles from Akron to Valley View. The Towpath Tag Donation Program begins October the 5th.
Admit it now, how superstitious were you today on this Friday the 13th? Well, for many people, this is just another day, but for others, it's a day to beware.
And we'll take you to a school where silence was golden for students as well as teachers. A school where talking is not allowed. That story when Wilma and I return.
Well, the boys are swinging and the girls are cool. All the sports are smoking and the shows are too. Yeah, 'cause everyone's invited. Gonna watch Fox tonight. Yeah, have a super season. Gonna watch Fox tonight. All
My husband and I both work, and next year we will have 2 children in college, and it will be very hard for us to put them through, even with the 2 incomes.
Working families are struggling, but Congressman Martin Hoke voted with Newt Gingrich to cut college loans while giving tax breaks to the wealthy. He even wants to eliminate the Department of Education. Congress will vote again on the budget. Tell Hoke, don't write off our children's future.
Tell him his priorities are all wrong.
Before she was lost in the Pacific, Amelia Earhart found her way to Cleveland. This bicentennial time capsule is brought to you by your local Cadillac Gold Key dealers.
It's energized, powerful, with a kick like nothing else. Seville SLS with the 275 horsepower North Star system. 100% pure adrenaline. Now available for a limited time with very refreshing summer values. See your local Cadillac Gold Key dealers.
Beginning in 1929, the National Air Races call Cleveland home, drawing international attention. A crash during the 1949 Thompson Trophy race kills 3, bringing competitive air racing on the North Coast to a sad end. This bicentennial time capsule has been brought to you by your local Cadillac Gold Key dealers.
Things in life can change like that. All that work, and it's gone. But Farmers Insurance can help you get things back to the way they once were. That's why everything we do, from the way policies are written to the way claims are handled, revolves around getting you back to that point. Isn't that what insurance is supposed to do? Hey, wires can short out. Toasters can catch fire. These things happen. But with Farmers, we can at least help get you back where you belong.
This is the scene every parent hates to see if they're paying for their kids' college tuition. So there's probably a lot of parents pulling their hair out if they're sending their high school grad to Florida State University. You see, FSU is the nation's top-ranked party school, according to the Advantage Guide to the top best 310 colleges. Kids know how to party in the nation's capital as well. George Washington University ranked number 2, followed by University of Florida in Gainesville, University of California, and Emerson College in Boston. University of Rhode Island was dethroned after winning the honors 3 years in a row. Now, the reason is probably the fact that the school banned alcohol on campus last year.
And while we're talking about schools, at one time a fall Friday night in Akron meant that there would be a roar echoing for miles when Hoban High School and St. Vincent St. Mary's clashed on that football field. Fox 8 News reporter Mike DePasquale, who went to Hoban and played in the annual matchup, says that his old high school has once again taken a quiet approach in getting ready for the big showdown.
Listen, can you hear it? Students at Archbishop Hoban High School getting pumped up. Ready for tonight's Clash of the Titans of high school football in Akron. What, you don't hear anything? There's a reason.
I didn't know if I would show up at church on Sunday or do. If we lost that game, I was thinking about leaving town. That's how big of a game it was.
Athletic Director Ralph Panessa played for Hoban in the very first game against the veteran St. Vincent St. Mary's. 1959, Hoban stuns the Irish 16-14. From that time on, a team that silenced the critics started a tradition continuing today.
Nobody speaks at all when they're in the halls or anything, and only when it's part of the classroom situation. And all of that energy is kept inside. And then when we go down into the assembly right before the end of school, and we get seated, and then at a certain signal, you let out with all of the energy, and this energy hopefully goes into the players, and that carries them on throughout the game.
2 o'clock. Let the roar begin.
Monday is all about giving everybody a chance to concentrate about the game, giving everybody a chance to focus, to really find the meaning about, really find the meaning about this game.
All the faculty, the alumni, we've had a couple people talk to us and tell what it meant to them, and we're just trying to write a new chapter.
So after 19 years, Hoban and St. Vincent St. Mary's back on the football field, the holy wars of high school football, and tonight they expect a very large crowd at the Rubber Bowl. Mike DePasquale, Fox 8 is News in Akron.
There's nothing like high school football,
I know,
huh?
It's so exciting.
Hey, Wilma?
Yes, dear.
Do you feel lucky? I feel like Clint Eastwood. Or is there a black cloud hanging over your head?
Oh, well, if you haven't checked your calendar, today is Friday the 13th. Coming up, how superstitious were people today? Find out coming up next.
We've already shown you that the Lincoln Mark 8 can do the limbo at 55 miles per hour, and that the Lincoln Continental can handle a Ming Vaz at every turn, and that the Lincoln Town Car excelled in a test of value. Now, something no other car maker would try. All three at the same low rate of $469 a month. A word of caution to other luxury car dealers. Do not try this in your showrooms. Unless, of course, you're a Lincoln dealer.
We're making a big deal out of Friday the 13th at Kronheim's. A lucky 13 hours full of big deals on the largest furniture and bedding selection around, with fast free delivery. Yet you pay nothing for 13 months. Nothing down, nothing in interest, nothing at all until October 1997. But you must act fast to get these major savings with nothing to pay for 13 months. Only Kronheim's has your lucky 13 big deal. 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday.
Fox 8 is News. Become a member of the Fox 8 News team. If you shoot breaking news on your home video camera, Fox 8 News wants it. Call the Fox 8 News 24-hour hotline at 1-888-8IS-NEWS.
No matter where you travel this summer,
you'll be seeing some interesting sights, like new Dodge cars and trucks, because Dodge's popularity is rising faster than any other American car and truck line. And now with up to $760 in package value discounts on Dodge Caravan, the demand for America's best-selling minivan is sure to increase even more. So hurry to the Dodge Summer Clearance and get the whole picture. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
The stakes this election, keeping more of what you earn. That's what Bob Dole's tax cut plan is all about. The Dole plan starts with a 15% tax cut for working Americans. That's $1,600 more for the typical family. A $500 per child tax credit, education and job training incentives, replacing the IRS with a fair and simpler tax system, and a balanced budget amendment to stop wasteful spending. The Dole plan, helping you keep more of what you earn.
You wanted it bigger. We made it bigger. You wanted it better. We made it better. You wanted it back. It's back. It's Ford's factory authorized clearance. Now's the time to choose from a huge selection and get big savings on everything in stock, including 7 of the 10 best sellers in Northeast Ohio, like $1,500 cash back on Ford Windstar, the only minivan in America with a 5-star safety rating. The wait is over. Factory authorized clearance now at your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
Well, did you have the courage to venture out of your house today, or did you try to play it safe?
Well, Fox 8 News reporter Gary Stromberg wanted to see how Clevelanders were coping with Friday the 13th today.
Wayne, we came to Broadway Bagels to do a Friday the 13th story.
Why'd you come here?
Well, you're the only guy I know who's 13 inches taller than me.
Very good, very good.
One more in the house.
And after all, every day you buy 12 here, you get the 13th free. Some people fear Friday the 13th, others ignore it.
Do you know what today is?
Yes, today is a holiday, a Jewish holiday.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking it's Friday the 13th.
Oh, yes, it is Friday the 13th.
Superstition doesn't mean anything to you.
I have too many good things going on in my life to think about.
What's the biggest example of bad luck you've had in the last 6 months?
Oh, goodness.
Besides me sitting with you.
There's always yin and yang. There's bad lucks and good lucks.
The fear of the number 13, trichidexophobia, which means on a day like this, you shouldn't have tricks for breakfast. Try cornflakes instead.
Would the fear of an old baseball player in Cleveland be called trichidexophobia?
Do you know what trichidexophobia means?
Is that the fear of the number 13?
That's right.
Okay.
Now, we go to the bonus round. Can you spell it?
I'm not even going to try.
Are you a lucky boy?
Yeah, because I'm 4. That's why.
You know, Wayne, I must say it's been a pleasure talking to you, but I'm getting a terrible neck ache talking to you, so I'm going to bring this to an end.
We could rub your neck right
Oh, God.
How's that better?
Why don't you sit down and I can talk to you eye level or something.
Gary Stromberg, Fox 8 is News in Lyndhurst.
Now, in case you were wondering here, Wayne Horowitz stands 6'8", Gary's 13 inches shorter, and is able to keep a bird's eye view of the goings-on at Broadway Bagels.
Now, the Pentagon has just announced we are sending 5,000 U.S. Army troops to Kuwait. We will have a complete wrap-up on our continuing showdown with Iran coming up on Fox 8 News at 10.
We'll see you at 10. Good night, everybody.
Fox 8 is news.
Remember this? Then register now to win this. Train Furnace. The Northern Ohio train dealers want to keep you and your family warm this winter with a Train Gas Furnace giveaway. To enter, send a postcard with your name and address to Train Furnace Giveaway, P.O. Box 5908, Cleveland, Ohio 44101. Entries will only be accepted during the month of September. The winner will be announced October 1st during Fox 8 is News at 10. Trust Train to keep your family warm this winter.
Do I have it? Is it spreading? Would I know a lump if I felt it?
At Anthem, we know that if we can help with the questions, the answers will become clear.
Would my husband look at me differently?
That's why we developed our mammography reminder program. so you can live with answers instead of uncertainty.
How will I know?
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Get well, be well, stay well.
Right now at Sun, get $75, $150, even $300 in U.S. savings bonds when you purchase a new big screen TV during Sun's Savings Bond Bonus Splits. Buy a 30-inch big screen from Sun and get a $75 savings bond rebate. Take home a 35-inch TV and earn a $150 bond. And if you buy a 40-inch or larger big screen from Sun, you'll get back $300 in U.S. savings bonds. Kick off the new football season with big savings on big screens from Sun.
It's energized, powerful, with a kick like nothing else. Seville SLS with the 275 horsepower North Star system. 100% pure adrenaline. Now available for a limited time with very refreshing summer values. See your local Cadillac Gold Key dealers.
On the next Real Stories, officers knock in the doors of a known crack house.
State Police Act 1! State Police Act 1!
Clear in there. On the next Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cleveland's own Fox 8. This is Access Hollywood for Friday, September 13th. Tonight, Ellen DeGeneres. Will her TV alter ego come out of the closet? Plus, the fall box office battle begins, and Jean-Claude is ready to do Van Damage. And there he is. We've got Miss America host Regis Philbin on the line, and he wants you to pick up the phone and vote for the new pageant winner. Welcome to Stage 5, where access is everything.
Hi, everybody. I'm Larry Menti.
And I'm Giselle Fernandez. Thank you for joining us. It's Friday.
Finally.
Finally. And on this day, television history as we know it could be in for a change, a big change. Hollywood sources are reporting that Ellen DeGeneres' character on the sitcom Ellen may come out as a lesbian.
When I get to sliding, and I just start sliding and sliding.
Never before has the lead character in a primetime network TV show been openly gay. But that may be about to change. TV Guide is reporting character Ellen Morgan may reveal she's a lesbian. The magazine's Amy Paulson says it's a bold move.
What we have heard is that the very first 9 episodes this season are going to be dropping many hints, very subtle hints, that the character that Ellen DeGeneres portrays is gay.
It's a story the trade publication The Hollywood Reporter picked up as well. Quote, according to the sources, some executives think the move is too controversial for broadcast network television, end quote. Roseanne was an early groundbreaker in the use of gay characters. Now they're quite common on television. Top-rated Friends even featured a lesbian wedding. The gay community applauds.
It would be an historic move, and it would be great for the country. It's much more a reflection of what's happening in real life.
The Ellen storyline would be guaranteed to generate interest in a show which ended last season tied for 36th place. The question is, how will Middle America react?
I would tend to think that Middle America won't be offended by this, and I don't think there will be an uproar. If they're watching TV regularly, they've been introduced to this subject, and it's not alien to them. And if they don't like it, I'm sure they tune out right away.
This has been tried once before, though. Tony Randall played a gay character on the pilot episode of the early 80s series Love, Sidney. But TV executives pulled back and made the character asexual for the rest of the show's 2-year run. Disney Television, the company that produces Ellen, would not respond to today's news, except to say they do not comment on rumors. If they do it. We'll see if Middle America is ready for it.
We'll have to wait and see. So, you want to know what's going to be the #1 movie this weekend? We're going to find that out quicker. We're taking bets that Maximum Risk is the one to beat. It's got lots of action, and it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme. Enough said. Maximum Risk has all the chasing, kicking, jumping, and shooting you'd expect in a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, but he promises this film has even more to offer.
Yeah, the movie has everything. It's like a diamond with many faces. It has action, drama, and passion.
Don't even think about going to sleep. We got a lot of catching up to do.
The passion comes from co-star Natasha Henstridge. As for the drama, Van Damme is especially proud of his development as an actor.
Tomorrow, I really find out who my brother was.
It will show a different Van Damme. It's the first movie I'm very unbelievable. I believe in myself. I believe what I've seen, and that's great.
You did what you had to do. I don't blame you. Somebody killed him, Mother. It was strength to come home. They killed him.
Jean-Claude plays a man pulled into the violent underworld of his murdered twin brother, so don't worry, he's still delivering.